What is going on, everyone? Snickel here, and today I have another Platinum Trophy video for you guys. Today I'm going to be getting the Platinum Trophy in Gran Turismo 5 on the PlayStation 3. Now, the last trophy that I do have to get is GT-R official record, which is to achieve a time of 7:29:03 on the Nürburgring Nordschleife in a Nissan GT-R 2007. The record must be achieved in a time trial in the arcade mode version of the car with tires of sports hard grade or lower equipped. This was an interesting trophy to go for, but it wasn't the most difficult thing in the game, and I had recently just got done all of the AMG events, which kind of teaches you how to get around the Nürburgring as fast as possible. So anyway, with all of that being said, let's get right into this video. I was live streaming myself getting this platinum over on Twitch. I do live stream all my platinum trophies in various other games over there, so if you want to follow me, there's a link for that down in the description below. It's twitch.tv/Snickel. So anyway, for this trophy here, you need to get a 7:29:03 on the Nürburgring with a GT-R 2007. You know, all the settings. You basically have to use the one from the time trial with sports hard tires. And like I said, I had recently done the AMG Driving Academy, which kind of teaches you how to race the Nürburgring in a slower car and a faster car, and then in the rain in a slower car and a faster car. So I was already pretty confident with the track, but that kind of helped my confidence because I hadn't raced on it in a while. Now, my Ghost up there, I'm way behind it now because I was doing really good my first run, and then I went off the track. I thought it was going to disqualify me, and it didn't, and I actually ended up pulling to the side. Another thing that kind of sucked when I was going for this was I thought I had to achieve a 7:23:09 and not a 7:29:03. So I thought I had to shave 6 seconds off of the time that it was actually telling me. So I was a little worried about that, but then I kind of choked when I was doing it one time. So I got it pretty much with ease. Now, you can't use any like corner cuts or anything when you're going for this because your time will get disqualified. When you're doing the AMG Driving Academy, you can cut corners and do things like that to save a few seconds here and there. But when you're doing this event, or when you're going for this trophy, you cannot use any sort of corner cuts or anything like that. What I can appreciate about this game is these trophies like this, or random trophies like this, where it makes you do things or beat like real life world records within the game. There's not too many games that really have you do that. Now, let's talk about the game a little bit. So if you are planning on going for this game, it is not achievable anymore. There was some online trophies that you had to get, which required you to, I believe, upload photos and things like that, which you can't do anymore. So if you haven't gotten the game done, or if you haven't gotten those trophies, unfortunately, you cannot get them because the servers are down. That's where I crashed my very first time, and I kind of gave up for a second. But I did not give up here. But so yeah, if you haven't played the game yet and you haven't gotten those trophies, you cannot get those trophies anymore. Now, if you do have those trophies, you can go for the game. Now, there's going to be a few things that are going to be very annoying when you're going for it. The first thing that everybody talks about, which is going to be the absolute most annoying thing, are the Red Bull special events. Those are a pain in the ass. Now, I will say I didn't really have any troubles with them because I find myself to be pretty good at racing games, but if you're not, fond of racing games, that could be quite a headache for you. Really, anything in the game can be a headache. Any of the special events, the Grand Tour event in the special events can be a headache. The AMG Driving Academy can be a headache. The NASCAR event can be a headache. Anything in the special events can give you somewhat of trouble, and you probably won't beat it the first time you do it. The other thing that's going to be a little bit of a headache are the license tests. I think that's what they're called, where you have to do certain challenges for licenses. Those can be quite a headache as well. I went back and did those a few years ago, and I got those done, and then I had to finish up the special events to just finish the game up. Now, there's a trophy for getting gold in every event in the game. That's going to require doing all the special events and all the license tests, and you are going to have to do all of the other events in the game, which is going to require you to do the endurance events, which are like the 24-hour events, some 24-hour events. Now, you can do those on B-Spec, which is the computer is racing for you. The only thing that can suck about B-Spec is you have to do an F1 tournament or an F1 championship and a NASCAR championship with B-Spec, and you can't use the Red Bull car. You have to actually use a NASCAR or an F1 car. So you have to pay attention a little bit for that because you're not going to get a significant advantage. Now, I was able to do those pretty easily with just by paying attention, and they only take, about 2 hours, I would say, to get through, maybe a little more than that, but really not that long to get through them. And as long as you pay attention, you should be good to go, and you kind of tell your driver to, pass when he needs to pass and make sure that he doesn't get too aggressive, but those aren't too bad. So all in all, doing the special events, the license tests, and all the championships and everything are going to be the biggest pain in the ass. There are a few random things like collecting 1,000 cars or this trophy here that could give you a headache, but they're not too awful. So anyway, here we are crossing the line. I end up getting a 727,977, which is, I think, about a second. I don't know. It's more than a second beat on that. It sucks you have to do the full, 7.5 minutes to determine if you're going to get the trophy, but here we go. It should pop up. So there's GT-R official record, and then we're going to get this Platinum trophy, which has been 10.5 years almost in the making. Gran Turismo Platinum trophy. I'm so glad to get this game done. I almost bought it day one when it came out in the day back in 2010. But anyway, let's take a look at this list. So here it is, 100% with a Platinum, no DLC or anything. And as you're looking through this list here, you're going to see that this game has been a long time in the making. Like I said, almost 10.5 years in the making. And I bought this game almost day one when it came out, really enjoyed it. But you're going to get trophies for all types of stuff, doing all of the series, getting golds in literally everything in the game. There's a lot of random trophies. You're going to get trophies for doing or completing all of the special events, which just requires you to get a bronze trophy, not actually getting the gold for that. And then there's some various other random things at the bottom of the list that I find to be very interesting. Like I said, the realistic time trial trophies I think are really cool because it's kind of putting you up against what is happening in real life. And there's various other random things in the game, like doing some modifications, collecting 1,000 cars, having certain types of cars, having certain types of money, things like that. But that'll just come naturally as you're playing through the game and you're doing stuff, buying a car with so many miles on it. A lot of really cool trophies. I miss trophies lists like this that have those random trophies, and it's not just like you're gonna get these by just playing the game, like actually having to go out of the way and fully upgrade a B-spec driver or take a picture in certain locations. That stuff is really cool, and I wish more games would have stuff like that. But anyway, that's the list. Let's take a look at the profile. Trophy level 541, 62%. I've got 12,475 total trophies. I've got 8,495 bronze, 2,761 silver, 1,029 gold, 190 platinums. And like I said, 12,475 total trophies if you're into that numbers kind of stuff. And here is the little platinum trophy, man himself, Gran Turismo Platinum Trophy. So again, if you did not get those multiplayer trophies, there's a few of them where you have to upload stuff, then this Platinum is going to be unobtainable for you. But if you were able to get those, you can go for the Platinum, and it's still 100% achievable. There are some wacky things you can do pre-patch that will help you get things done, like the X1, the Red Bull events, if you really want to do that, but I wouldn't advise doing that. Between doing the Red Bull events and the AMG events, which I think are the two longest ones to get through, it took me probably around 6 to 7 hours to get the Red Bull event done, and it took me probably a few hours to get the AMG event done, and then going through those few B-spec races really wasn't that bad. And then everything that I had done previously, I really can't put into a time because I have been playing this game for so long, and then taking a break and playing and taking a break. But I remember the license test being a little bit of a pain, and like I said, the special events obviously can be a pain because they're special events, but the regular championships and all of that and series aren't that bad, especially if you have the Red Bull car. You can use that to basically get through anything, and it'll be a walk in the park. So let's talk some numbers here. This is going to be a little probably vague because, again, I have put the game down and picked it up and put it down so many times. So number out of 10, I think, to get the Platinum. This is weird for me because I don't find racing games to be hard, and I don't think I would ever personally give a racing game a 10 out of 10 to get the Platinum. I would say for an average everyday person that's not super fond of racing games, this is by far a 10 out of 10. This is going to be one of the hardest, if not the hardest racing game that you're probably ever going to go for on the at least on the PlayStation 3. We're not talking about GT Sport yet, but at least on the PlayStation 3, this is going to be one of the most difficult racing games that you're going to go for. For me personally, my personal rating is probably more of like an 8 out of 10 because I don't think it was too awful, but there was some replaying that I would have to do of those special events to get those done. So average everyday person that's going to be picking this up, 10 out of 10, hardest racing game you're going to do on the PS3. I think it's more personally an 8-ish out of 10. Time it takes to get the platinum, you're looking at easily between going through all of the endurance events, doing the endurance events in and of themselves, just letting the AI race, you're probably talking 200 hours there, I would say. Maybe not that long. Maybe more like maybe 100 to 150 just for those endurance events, which is just one series. Then with all the trials and tribulations that you're going to need to go through for the license test, the special events, random other trophies, getting money, doing all that other stuff, you're probably talking easily 400 to 500 hours for this platinum, I would say. I think a guide that I read said 750. I think that's a little bit on the high side. I would say more 400 to 500 hours to get this done, but a decent amount of that, all of the B spec stuff can be done when you're sleeping, especially the endurance stuff. You just you pop it on, let it play, it'll auto pit by itself, it'll auto do everything by itself, so it's actually quite easy, but it just takes time. So I would say 10 out of 10 for a random person, or for not a random, but an average everyday person. If you can do it, 10 out of 10, and you're looking at 400 to 500 hours to get this done. Anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like. Let me know down in the comments below anything about the game, if you can still get it, if you want to go for it, if any experiences you have. Let me know all of that down in the comments below. Down in the description below, you'll find links to all types of stuff, my Twitter, my Twitch, Discord server, podcast, other videos like this. So if you want to go check any of that stuff out, that's all linked down in the description below. Again, let me know what you think of the game down in the comments below. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like, and if you've made it this far and you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing for more trophy content like this, and I hope to see you all around sometime soon.